Oh, fellow traders, 'tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Monday, May the 11th. The year's 2026. Let's talk trading, weekly open and gap. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. As always, make sure you have your risk management in place so you don't lose more than you're willing to lose while trading. And one thing about risk, um, when you have risk, you don't want to lose more than a certain amount during a session. If you hit that amount, you need to stop trading for the day. Come back tomorrow, get your head clear, check your notes, make sure you're executing properly. Um, because if you keep going at it, you're on the path to ruin. So let's just make sure you don't hurt yourself that way. There's always going to be another trade, always, until the market ceases. But chances are you won't see that in your lifetime. So let's take a quick look at the monthly chart. We're 22 pips above the monthly open, 34 off the high, and 112 off the low. And we still have some open gaps to fill, a bunch of them. It looked like the pound was trying to fill its open gap. And we're putting in the opening range for the week. We're within the opening range for the month. And we're above the opening range for the year. Speaking of the year, 167 pips above the yearly open, 244 off the high, and 466 off the low. And as you can see, we have not expanded the range. And according to the seasonality indicator, a bottom typically forms in mid-May. And that's right about where we are, mid-May. A couple more days, the 15th or 16th. Now we had an inside bar 2 days ago. We're just 6 pips below that inside bar high. We had a weekly inside bar last week, and we are 17 pips below that high. Now the monthly inside bar, we're still 107 pips below that high. And you can see there's lots of inside bar action to be had. $81 pips of range so far today. Definitely in that upper rat zone. See the yen's pushed above 157, 68 pips of range. And the beast is clocking in the pound yen at 181. You can see here, we just shot out of the buy zone. That big drop down. In fact, when I saw that yesterday, I just threw a long in and I waited. I picked up 20 pips. Had I just left it alone, well, I could have had a lot more. Probably about 40 more pips where price is right now. If you want to hear something funny, right now in my live account, I've got a short, and this came within less than a pip. Then it bounced, and I took some trades off. Should have left it alone because then it came all the way back down. So sometimes it's best just to leave things alone. Don't move your stop. Don't move your TP. Because when you move it, you're probably acting out of emotion. You're managing your emotions rather than managing the trade on the chart. Just something to note. And you can see here, we're just 2.1. Now looks like we're going to make a new high here, 1.5. 1.4 pips off of that high. See if we close that gap. Bambino Flex said to go long. Pivot Trading Plan said price near the pivot to go short. Well, it got near the pivot and it did pay off. But you had to take your pips before the market took them back. We took out the daily pivot. We took out the weekly, not taking out the monthly pivot. Wick zone. In and out of that lower wick zone for sure. We started the day in the lower wick zone. Now we're approaching the upper wick zone, which is that upper wick zone is only 1 pip on the previous day. Notice we're still clocking 80% outside of the wick zones. So range 81 has not moved the needle. Okay, some simple price action here. Since the open we're up, open of the, I believe that's the H1 open there. Yeah, in fact, I had a, I think that was my TP was at 16.9. It hit it, bounced, and turned right around on me. It's amazing how often that happens. I mean, even when I'm working on code in my demo account, the same thing happens. It's almost like they know. Well, they do know, but I feel like they manipulate things. At least, like I said, that's what it feels like. Multimeters, liquidity zone here, M30 on down, so you might want to think about shorting. $81 pips of range, just above the probably the H1 highest open. Let me see. You know, I'm not sure if I have holos. Oh, I think I've got it on the other chart. Looking at liquidity, none found. We busted through it, I believe. See a highest low trade triggered here after a 2-ball. And it's funny because there was also a gap that happened that I was looking to take advantage of, and of course it didn't quite get there. Let's see, it's when I was looking for it was right here, because I could have gotten out with a profit here. I didn't. I was waiting for the gap. Price ran against me, put on some more trades, and I did get out. But then it came, I got out somewhere around here, but then of course it fills the gap. That's just the way it happens sometimes. My fractal radar, I've made a few improvements to it. Some things though, because of the way MT4 works, I'm looking at just today, we did not have a price in this level, and I had to do some debugging. What happened is, if you take off the auto scroll, just in case, what happened is when the indicator, the way it works, you do a bar shift, it comes back, but it doesn't quite stop here. It comes over here, and it picked up. Actually, I need to go to M1. and then you can see it really well. It comes all the way back here and picks up this candle right here at 23.54, because you can see here the first tick was at 0.3, so it's looking at the beginning, so it goes back and grabs this bar. And so I might have to figure out a way not to do that, because I just wanted to look at today 1 day's worth of data. But I just don't like things when they're not 100% right. It bugs me as a coder. But you can see here where we've gotten a few closes in these levels here. So between 20 and 30, 67 M1 closes, 14 M5s, day, week, month. Looks like price is starting to drop again. Like I said, we haven't pushed anything 146 pips of range. We still have a lot to go. Monthly, we're above the upper wick zone there. In fact, I was shorting that monthly close, monthly high earlier. Buyer strong control. We're above the previous mid and the pivot. We need to fade the pivot on the monthly. Higher high, higher low so far. At the week, previous bar was an inside bar, price between the wick zones. So we're in that candle body, buyer strong control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green weeks in a row. Lower high, higher low. So inside bar at the moment. Looking at the daily, previous bar was an outside bar. Price between the wick zones, price turning up, buyer strong control, and we've got a lower high, higher low. So inside bar. So fellow traders, I've been watching a few other traders' videos over the weekend, and it's funny because a lot of them are really saying the same thing that I started saying about a month ago, that it really matters. It's like where you trade, and that's part of how you trade, because no matter what you're trading, if you're not at the right location, if you're shorting, but you're shorting in between two zones, for example, it's not going to help. You're basically flipping a coin. So you have to be patient. You have to let price get to one extreme or the other, especially if you're, a reversal trader, a rat trader. And that all just goes to show it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.